Enjoy the present while you can. Why aren't you asleep yet, old baby? A must-watch wilderness building video before bed. Guaranteed to give you a good night's sleep. Today, I'm guessing your phone battery is at around 46%. And you're in this exact posture right now. If I'm right, let me know in the comments. If I'm wrong, take a picture and drop it in the comments. Now, please put your left foot behind your lip. Alright, let's get straight to today's main topic. The Ionian jungle is lush and green. The woman in front of us, wearing low-budget, high-top leather shoes, is named Jenny. Unlike most girls, she doesn't like the bustling city life, but uniquely loves the life created by her own hands in the wild. This time, she has a clear goal: to build a secret base for long-term living and realize her pastoral dream of farming in the jungle. This place has an open view and abundant sunlight. It's truly a perfect spot for building. Jenny immediately takes out her tools and starts digging. After all, building requires a flat foundation. The yellow soil here looks like a tough nut to crack. But our Jenny's biceps aren't just for show. In less than 2.5 hours, she cleared a large flat area. She also reserved a raised platform for her bed in advance. The subsequent construction still requires a lot of wood. She immediately takes her machete to search nearby. Straight eucalyptus trees like this are the best choice. Their relatively low density makes them easier to cut and transport. Even a girl like Jenny can easily carry them home. She first cuts the wood to the right length, and then she can start digging the foundation pits. After burying them solidly, the eucalyptus becomes the pillar of her new home. Of course, for stability, crossbeams must be tied for connection. This time, it's a real wild twine roof. Jenny plans to use the hillside as support. She just needs to dig out suitable grooves first. And then tie a row of wooden sticks at intervals to make beautiful rafters. After setting that up, Jenny explores the surroundings again. These moss stones catch her attention. Picking a medium-sized one is perfect to use as a hammer. This way, she can drive the pillars into the ground. Securing and tying them to the crossbeams creates the sidewall framework. Then, she drives wooden stakes, one by one, along the crossbeam. A half-meter high wall begins to take shape. The meticulous Jenny even specially wraps it with vines, so even a bear would have a hard time getting through. There is a winding stream at the bottom of the hill. This is also why Jenny chose to settle here. It's not only a stable water source, but it also brings other surprises, such as these smooth stones. Picking up a few to take home makes excellent building materials. Jenny plans to turn them into a warm fireplace. Of course, before that, she needs to mix some wild clay. This longer stone is perfect for the fireplace opening. Then she can build around it. Jenny works incredibly fast and skillfully. In no time, she builds a beautiful chimney. She even carefully decorated the top. Even in the wilderness, she doesn't forget the details. Only by doing so can one become a master builder. After finishing the fireplace, she perfects the other side of the roof. It's still the same crisscrossing framework. Jenny has a unique skill for roof sealing. She brings over a large bundle of dried bamboo and then gives them a good beating with a stick. This way, they can be flattened into large bamboo boards. Of course, the raised bamboo joints need to be carefully cleaned off. Then, with a little weaving, they become sturdy bamboo mats. Placing them on the roof not only achieves initial sealing, but also greatly enhances the overall appearance. Accompanied by the cheering of the birds, Jenny covers the entire roof in no time. For stability, she ties it securely with wild twine, and she specially reserved a skylight in the middle. Look at this result, it's really not bad. As for the gable wall, it's slightly different. She first installs a pillar and leaves a gap. This makes it easy to wedge wooden sticks inside. With just a little tying, it becomes extremely stable. Feeling that the gaps are somewhat drafty, Jenny plans to block them with wild concrete. The edges of the roof's bamboo mats are a bit rough. She immediately splits fresh bamboo to seal the edges. This not only looks good, but also prevents hand scratching. Simple bamboo mats can only serve as a base, but they aren't enough to shield her from the elements. Therefore, a layer of wild concrete is still needed. Jenny first completely fills and spreads it, and after finishing, she smooths and polishes it. This way the cabin no longer fears the wind and rain. The leftover scraps aren't wasted either. Split slightly, they make excellent firewood. As the smoke drifts deep into the jungle, the inside of the cabin quickly becomes as warm as spring. With the main structure finished, it's time to consider the bed. Since the dirt platform was prepared in advance, she just needs to lay down enough bamboo to create a premium mattress. Digging the foundation produced a lot of extra dirt. Seeing it, Jenny's innate farming DNA starts to stir. She immediately sets to work, leveling it out. When she has time later, she can plant fruits and vegetables. Of course, there's a more urgent task at hand. Currently, the cabin still lacks the protection of a front door. Jenny first uses bamboo to directly assemble a perfectly sized frame. Then carefully fills it in to make a decent door. Although it looks a bit flimsy, it's actually not sturdy at all. While exploring outside, she found some beautiful ferns, so she immediately decided to dig up a few to take home for decoration. Jenny plants them one by one around the cabin. The whole place instantly feels more like a home. Feeling that the path in front of the door is too ordinary, she specifically picked out some stones and placed them on both sides. At this time, the sky gradually darkens. Night is falling. She quickly ducks into the cabin to add wood to the fire. After a busy day, it's time to cook dinner to reward herself. After dicing the fresh meat she brought, she marinates it with a secret sauce, then pairs it with potatoes on thick skewers. My mouth is watering before she even starts grilling. Once the lean meat and potatoes become golden and Jenny enjoys her meal, accompanied by the chirping of cicadas. After eating her fill, she adds more firewood to the fireplace. Then she drifts off into her first sweet dream in the wilderness. Early the next morning, Jenny is busy not far away. Before long, she drags a large bundle of straight wooden sticks home. We see her first sharpen all the bottoms. Then, using a slanted crisscross method, she secures them round the edge of the house. It looks like she's building a fence for this plot of land. I have to say, Jenny is truly a capable woman. This fence is beautifully made. Then, slightly breaking up the soil clods and making ridges turns it into excellent farmland. As for vegetable seeds, she came prepared. She just needs to sprinkle them evenly over every patch. Then water them with some vintage 82 mountain spring water. Soon, she will have an endless supply of green vegetables. After just 15 short days, the seedlings have already grown over 10 centimeters tall. This lush, green patch looks absolutely full of happiness. After living there for about 10 days, Jenny feels the mud on the roof is easily washed away by rain. So today she plans to do some repairs. This green turf is a great choice. Not only does it look great, it also naturally channels away rainwater, while providing the cabin with strong camouflage. After finishing, Jenny goes to explore by the river again. Looking at her stance, the big fish are in trouble. She picks up a few snails, smashes them, and uses them as bait. Then she finds a perfect fishing spot and starts showing off her skills. Although her gear is a bit makeshift, it doesn't stop her from getting continuous bites. This would probably make many skunked anglers blush. This big catfish weighs at least 3 or 4 pounds. Once cleaned, it can be taken home for cooking. The curling smoke, paired with a small vegetable patty, truly gives off the vibe of a farmhouse courtyard. Now, it's also time for the harvest. Jenny picks some green vegetables to go with tonight's feast. First, she coats the fish in a secret sauce, then places it on the charcoal, grilling until it sizzles with oil. Jenny can't help but take a bite before it's even off the grill. The taste is no worse than a 5-star chef's cooking. Fresh, tender greens, wrapping the savory grilled fish. Sitting in the house she built herself. Eating the food she caught with her own hands. This grounded sense of fulfillment is unmatched by any urban feast. From this moment on, Jenny is no longer a visitor from the city, but the true mistress of this jungle.